We are on our way.
Mm-hmm.
What it do? What it do?
What's going on?
Going on?
We
What's
back.
going on? We're back.
If you thought it was a joke, sorry.
Yeah, they don't know.
If you thought it was a joke, shame.
No, they
Shame.
don't know.
They're not even watching right now. It's their problem.
It's all right. They'll catch on later, homie. They'll catch on later.
Yeah. How are you,
Yeah.
bro?
No, I'm all right. I'm all right. It's been quite an interesting international week.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously coming from our Monday episode with yeah, I used to call them this name back in the day. Bafuni.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, so I'm about to get cancelled just for saying that, bro.
What? I've never heard that before.
You know what I mean? So yeah, nah, man, it's been interesting. News, movement in the international coaching environment, other countries, who normally would be smoothing their way through qualifications are struggling. Um, Other countries are having their veterans perform like legends. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's been quite interesting. Then obviously there's the big game week coming this week.
Well,
Um,
yeah, finally. It was a nice break, though. This was one of the better ones. It wasn't that boring.
hey, my man, it's difficult. It's like people. Okay, let me not say people. Non-football fans sometimes don't get us, right? So when we say like there's the international break, and then we're like all depressed, like, oh, when's football coming back?
Yeah.
And it's something you can't explain, man. It's
Yeah.
but I mean,
Yeah, I get
even
it.
even mainstream pundits have been saying, "Yo, the league is back. It's football is back."
It never left, but no,
You know what I mean?
it's the it's just the culture, bro. Just the
Yeah,
culture, and it's the
yeah,
intensity, it's the desire to like like you get one chance type of feeling, like, hey, if we don't win this game, this could mean
yeah,
relegation.
yeah,
It could
yeah,
mean we're gonna win, we're not gonna, whatever. We're international. Sometimes, as a fan, at least, you're like, okay, there's another
there's some.
game. Yeah, there's another game in January. If we win that one, it's fine. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
I get it. I get it.
it's quite it's a cool break. You actually get to, well, at least from my point of view, I get to consume more news outside of just watching the international games, obviously. But you get to consume more news, you get to consume more conversations that relate to the sport, and you get to hear different opinions and you know. So yeah. But anyway, let's get
Mm,
right into it. So obvious, the yellow elephant in the room.
mm. What's
Now,
happening?
you can see here the gentleman that I put here. So it's not about so it's about the gentleman and it's about the colors he's wearing, right? So obviously we played a draw against Congo in the return leg.
Mm.
Not quite as the previous performance. And then there was coaches back and forth about this particular player for you know. So yeah, what's your take on the game, on the fact that a national coach is having a war of words with a PSL coach, a club coach, and with history, there's always been this club versus country thing. Players, coaches, clubs not wanting to let go of their players. Now, thing that now coaches are scrutinizing each other's selections. I mean, where does it end? I mean, is it really that necessary? What's going
Yeah.
on?
Well, okay. So first, I want to say what did I say on Monday?
What do you mean? What happened?
What
What
did I what
happened?
did I what did I say on Monday? I said I'm not gonna move like we are the greatest thing since sliced bread,
Yeah,
because football is football, right? You
yeah,
can win the most unexpected game and you can lose the most unexpected game.
yeah,
From the comments we were receiving beforehand to now drawing, it
yeah.
proves my point.
Right on
Because
the mark.
if it was the case, I would have won another 5 or 4
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
But why was it more difficult?
Do you think it's the players? Let's say nerves, stadium against them, it's packed, or do you think it was tactics?
I think more tactics, bro, than nerves, eh? I mean, if you know, if you're playing in any cup final in South Africa and you
Mm.
play for any of those teams, I think you get used to nerves pretty quickly, to be honest,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
because it's intense. Now, of course, every game is different. Different circumstances, different scenarios. Maybe it's not a final, but this game can determine so many other things. So there's also pressure there and stuff. But I
yeah,
think, yeah, man, I think it was more just tactics, man. I think just the decisions that were made on the pitch didn't lead to the result that we should have gotten based
yeah,
off past experience,
yeah.
right? The past, what, 3 games at least. So, yeah, I think, yeah, man, I don't think it's nerves at all. I would, if a player said it's nerves, maybe it's a new player, or again, I wouldn't judge. New player, new experience, fine. Yes, first
Mm.
time in a big game like this, full stadium somewhat. So it's like, okay, cool. But no, man, I think it's all just tactics at the end of the day, where maybe
We were playing for a draw, baby.
yeah, man, I don't think
Because
they
I think we're
went.
currently second, right? We're currently second. So I
Yeah.
guess the idea was, don't let Congo beat us, and we should be all right. But is
And
that the
then
mentality we should be having? I
I
mean, I
think
mean, I mean, we are we not professional winners? I mean, what is going on? Like, I don't think, right? It sucks that we have to always compare the two sports, but I don't think
mm,
Rassi would go into a game to tactically salvage, I don't know, a draw, or not lose, just so that he can, you know what I mean? I mean, the goal surely is to continuously strive to win, regardless whether we're playing away, whether we're playing at home, whether we're playing underneath, over the top. We should always be striving to win, right? And it shouldn't actually matter who the opponent is, in my view. Yes, you can say we played against France there when those boys were taking selfies and after a 5-0 drubbing. In my view, that's embarrassing, right? Why would I take a selfie with someone who just beat me 5-0? I mean, that like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's like going to
Okay.
war and then going to pet the soldiers that have killed your comrades to say, oh yeah, that was great shooting. Yeah, let's take a selfie. Like it, I mean, we're at war. We competing. We're competing for the same accolades. When we get to World Cup level. So surely it shouldn't matter who we're playing. It shouldn't matter where we're playing. Our mentality should always be a winning mentality, and we should always have this big thing called BMT, right? So if it's a big match like against France, against England, Spain, Argentina, whatever, we must have that big match temperament to at least give us a chance, even if we don't win. But we go out there knowing that our goal was to win. Yes, these guys sharp, they are top tier over there, but we didn't lose 5-0 and go take selfies. You know what I mean?
Okay, but then do you not believe in then like tactical wins and or
No,
like
no. So
like tactical like okay, maybe we shouldn't exhaust our players or anything right now. Let's play for a draw, and then I'm playing devil's advocate, and then we a loss is obviously worst case scenario, so let's try and avoid that as much as possible. But
right,
and of course a win is great, but
right.
let's not
Let's
going
not
all out.
differentiate.
Yeah, going all out could result in a couple of injuries, some problems that we want to avoid. So maybe we slow down a little bit because they did play quite. It was a bit more reserved than usual than we've seen in recent games. So maybe they're like, okay, let's slow down a little bit. Be when we get that chance, be clinical. But if we win, or rather, win is great, but a draw it won't be the end of the world because the team, the starting lineup, the regular players won't be overworked.
I
What
would
do you
like
think?
to think. I would like to think that having the winning mentality and wanting to win doesn't necessarily mean. I mean, okay, now tactically, it doesn't mean leave yourself open. So
Mm,
obvious, you're the coach, right? You have instilled a winning mentality in your team, right?
mm.
So, but you can't risk um, having any holes. So you need to instill the discipline to say, okay, we want to win. This is how we're going to win, or try to win tactically, right? But when we are defending, because we also want to not lose, we need to have the right amount of discipline that'll allow us to win. So it could mean slowing the game down, yes, but in a way in which we can still hurt the opponent and strive to win. Not necessarily slow the game down and just play tiki taka for no reason. Because I mean, our players have that kind of what can I say? They have that kind of thing sometimes where it's 3-0, it's 2-0, it's 4-0, and all of a sudden we don't want to kill the game. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
it's quite it's quite strange.
Well, yeah, man. I think it's also a style of play as well. If you're that type of player, I mean, for example, Mourinho is known for the park the bus. You it can be 1-0, 2-0, 60 something minutes. The game is done. And
Mm.
then so it's just I think it's more of a tactical thing. As a fan, I enjoy. I think most fans anyway enjoy quick attack, fast pace, go for it all the way because it's exciting. There's more goal opportunity, there's more potential goals and dramatic moments and almost a foul and almost
Mm.
whatever. So I would encourage that because I like to watch that type of football. But I think sometimes, especially for international, because granted now international, now you play for Sundowns, you play for Chiefs, you play for Pirates, you play for any of the teams in PSL, and then now you got a bit of even if it's not a bad injury, like maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks out, and
Mm.
then now clubs are dealing with more stress. So maybe it's also that to say, okay, let's not tie our guys up because we need them back. Um,
Right.
back at home as well. So I saw it as a tactical thing. Of course, yes, even in that tactical style of play, you should always aim to win, right? There's always a way to win. I agree. So I think we should have, within that, like using that tactic, push even further and like actually be like, okay, let's try and get at least a 2-1. Like 3 points, 3 points. Even if the game ended 2-1, hey, a win is a win. You know, no one is arguing that. So yeah, maybe I agree with that point. I think it should have been utilized. The same tactic should have been utilized to win the game.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think I can, contrary to what our subscriber said last time,
Yeah.
I hope that this is a good sign. I hope that is as in the dressing room, the coaches and Hugo Bruce and everybody's like, okay, no, like I hope that everyone's happy. Like, okay, this is part of the plan here. No one, like nobody panic. You know what I mean? Because then also it'll also show in the next games where the players already know, no, we understand how this is going, and then so I have faith in that. But I mean, of course, man, if Bafana doesn't win, I'm always like, how? Why not?
Yo, all right. Before we move on to the next, can we take a water break? I see it's 15 minutes. So normally when it's hot, we normally take a water break. Let's take a
Sure,
water
sure.
break, and
Right.
then we'll be right back. So
Mm.
yeah, sometimes when technical difficulties happen, you must take a water break, come back fresh.
Sure. We'll just put a timestamp in the description so people know
Yeah,
where we come back.
yeah,
Mm.
there was a water break. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Mm.
okay. So, yeah, so hopefully, because now we are second,
Mm.
um, we'll end up qualifying. I don't know if we'll go to the top, but yeah. I'm just about. We need to have a winning mentality, regardless where we are, regardless who we're playing with. And tactically, though, we have to be disciplined, but we must also have the hunger and the will to win all the time.
How how do you cultivate that kind of mentality? Because there are some teams, clubs, and countries where it like it oozes out of them,
Mm,
right?
mm.
So an example, prior to 2014, the disaster 7-1. Yeah, it was
Brazil
2014, Brazil 2014.
in their
But like,
backyard.
imagine. But prior to that,
Mm,
like they oozed like they oozed it, like you felt it. It was like it was it was a it almost felt like you knew you were going to lose because of how they were so confident in themselves as individuals, I can assume, but especially as a team, like you could just see it. You know what I mean? How
right.
how do you cultivate that kind of culture from at a national level, where it's players from same country but all over the country? Every country has a different culture, different system, different social everything. Everything's different, but you've got this team. How do you cultivate that culture, especially in a national team? There's no guarantee you're going to have your best set for, the next 8 years, for example. It's going to be, it's there's a bit of a revolving door. You know what I mean? How do you think
Okay.
Bafana could cultivate that kind of culture where, like, it's literally just, it's not even like, again, I can, well, like, we can use this example being Springboks, where when they go onto the pitch, there's just this thing. You're like, no, like, if we
I
lose,
think
it's like, no, we didn't lose badly, you know?
right. I think it starts with you as a player, right?
Okay.
Minus the ego, minus the celebrityhood, minus all of that, right? You yourself as a footballer, you should be wanting to win accolades, right? So if I'm a Bafana player, I must be, I must, I have to strive to win the AFCON, right? So
Mm.
so okay, first, if I'm a normal player, I must strive to be in the Bafana squad.
Mm.
What kind of mentality must that be? I must be playing well. I must be performing. I must be highly disciplined. I must have a winning mentality because that's how I influence the team that I play for. And we all have that winning mentality, and my performances show up, right? Then I play for Bafana. When I play for Bafana, it's another step. So now I'm thinking AFCON. All right, World Cup. Okay, I want to play with a bunch of guys that when we step on that pitch, doesn't matter where we come from, what language we speak, what tax bracket we have, we must have the same mentality of we're going to go out there, we're going to put it all out on the pitch, and we're going to go for a win. It might not happen, we might not win, but the point is we going for a win. You see, so you think of, I think, right? For example, oh my gosh, I think, for example, that the reason why England have decided to go for this guy, right?
Hey,
Yes, maybe it might be because he's available. Fair enough. But also, if you look at his tenures at the clubs he's been at, he's been
Mm.
ruthless,
Yeah.
right? He's been ruthless to the point where at PSG he was about to fall out with their biggest star, Kylian Mbappe, right? Because he benched him or he took him off, or he was just not happy with the attitude towards his teammates, and all those things. He was ruthless. So for me, I think what they're doing with him, for example, is to say to him, go in there. We want to win that World Cup. So go in there and be ruthless. So if I'm a Hugo Bruce, right? The mentality I have to check the mentality of the guys that I'm selecting.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
In a sense where I mustn't even be talking things like, no, let's contain, let's keep them away. No, 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 no. Let's give them Baba, right? But
Yeah. Yeah.
we must be disciplined enough to defend when we have to defend. So
Mm.
that star midfielder, that star striker, when we don't have the ball, remember why we're doing this. We want to win, right? And there's two ways to win. You attack well, take your chances, you score, you try as much as possible to keep the clean sheet. If you concede less than what you score. That's it. Two things. Defend well, attack well, and it can happen,
And
right? So
convert, yeah.
yeah, that's it. And when you're in front of goal, our attackers, please, let's not take 5 chances to score one goal. Because
Yeah.
at World Cup level, you
Oh yeah.
only get that one chance. At AFCON level, you only get that one chance, right? And so, yeah, so I think that's why they got this guy. But it will be interesting to see how he fares because now it's not like England is the only country going to the World Cup, chief.
Oh, jeez.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's great that somebody is finally owning this thing, right? You know how every time we World Cup, AFCON, Champions League, Premier League, it's always I know in South Africa, for example, the journalists like to ask, what is the mandate? I mean, Arthur Zwani was asked the other day, yo, what is the mandate that Amazulu have given you? Like, at the end of the day, the mandate should not matter. You should always be
yeah.
striving to win,
Yeah.
right?
That's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line.
3 points, yeah.
Regardless who you're playing against, even if you have a second string team, you have to make them believe. That's your job. I mean, that's why man management is so important in football. You talk about an Ancelotti, a Mourinho, a Klopp, a Pep in his latter years, because obviously in his Barcelona years, his man management was still a bit iffy. If you ask Zlatan and Eto and Deco but
And
essentially,
Yaya Toure, yeah, yeah.
and Yaya Toure. But essentially,
And,
you have to be able to take that 17-year-old who now you have to play because Mshishi is injured. Now you must go
mm,
get Fuge, and you must make sure that this Mufugeng is mentally ready, right? Not only the occasion and hey, all of this shit, but my man, are you ready to win? We want to win here, right?
mm.
We know you're talented, right? Okay, Mufukeng is not 17, just by the way. I'm just making an example. the next thing,
Yeah, yeah.
the next thing, Home Affairs is on my case. Hey, man, what was?
Imagine, I'll be like, guys, come on. Yeah, it's just a
but
conversation.
but essentially, he should mentally be ready to take on that role of
Mm,
that Mufukeng played, be influential, create chances,
mm.
score chances when you get the chances. You shouldn't say because he's 17. No, he's still young. Yes, we all know he's young. He's 17. It's there. But how many 17-year-olds shone in World Cup stages, in AFCON stages, right? Meanwhile, here, no, we must bring him in slowly. My man, put him in there
Hey,
if he's good enough. If he's good enough. put him in there. And if he's got the right mentality, then then it's easier to not talk about no, let's contain, yeah, let's try to keep a clean sheet. I remember, I think I talk about this interview a lot, where it was was it Mushin? Yeah, Mushin Etugra. I think he was coaching Chiefs at the time. And it's post match. I forgot the score, right? But at halftime the score was 0-0, right?
Yeah.
So it's post match. I think it stayed a draw, or I don't remember. But the presenter asked, assess the game. How was it? What was the thinking going into the game, etc. You know what this guy said? He said, we wanted to go into halftime at 0-0. Now I'm going to say that again. We wanted to go into halftime at 0-0. That is a coach.
Mm.
You want to go into halftime without scoring a goal.
Mm.
How, Sway? How? Make it make sense.
Tactics, Chief. Tactics.
So you're telling your strikers, hey, when you get a chance, don't score.
Make it difficult for yourself.
I mean,
yeah,
make
I
it make
I get you though. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
You understand? So for me, I wouldn't be talking, let's contain, let's keep shape. Let's keep defensive shape so that we don't concede. Right? But when we have the ball, let's play like we want to win, bro. Let's play like we this badge means something to us, So, but anyway, that's
Okay.
that's just me. But and we see it with the Springboks. You can tell that jersey means it's worth more than what they're getting paid, for example. You can also tell by the kids that
There's
watch
pride
them.
attached to it.
And you can tell by the kids that watch them. They don't say, "I want to be, I want to play for Sundowns and earn 450 a month." They be like, "I want to play for the Springboks."
It's funny. They don't even say I want to play. They say I want to be a Springbok. That's what they say. I want
There
to
you go. I
be.
want to be a Springbok. There's pride in that. So our football kids, or our kids who love football, should also be like, "Oh man, yo, let me technical problem again. Give me a minute."
Sure.
My battery's about to die, but let me sort it out.
Are we good now?
No, now we are 100. Yeah, so I think, man, like our
Okay, so
football needs more winning mentality, man. I don't see it. I honestly don't see it,
I
and that's
I
why
I, I agree with you.
we tend to celebrate mediocre. In my view, we tend to celebrate the draws
Ish,
and
ish,
all
ish,
that stuff.
ish.
The bar is just way too low.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, we've had this conversation a lot on the show. I mean, over in different areas, but over again, like what is it going to take for like for people as in fans and players to be like, man, why aren't we like the other kids? You know what I mean? Why do we have so much pride? And it's, of course, people say, well, it's because they win, and it's like, okay, but how do you get to the point of winning? How do you get to that level where the next World Cup? I mean, guys,
I mean, England wants to win. England is saying we are going there to win it. Can we?
even
Can
though we
we?
know that, even though we know that it's not going to happen, they still have.
They still have you
Yeah,
understand? That's the
yeah,
thing I'm
yeah,
saying. When we go into AFCON World Cup, It shouldn't be. No, if we get out the group stage, it will be history. Yes, it will be history. But if we don't go with the mentality to say we want to get to the final, it doesn't matter who we are. It doesn't matter whether there's Spain, there's Argentina, there's Brazil, there's Germany. Those people are human beings just like us, right? At the
Mhm.
end of the day, it's 11 versus 11. It's who wants it more. Yes, there might be maybe more experience, more elite football. Hey, at the end of football is football, chief. Football is football, right? If you wanted more, if you have more conviction, if you fight, you understand, because these so-called elite teams, they can easily what's the word I'm looking for, English at time,
Lose the grip of the mentality. Hey,
and become
yeah.
they become casual, they become they what's that word, that c word.
Uh,
Eish.
the C word. What?
Yeah, they
What?
become,
Cautious.
no, they become
Uh,
casual.
Coy. They become coy. What?
Yeah, they like, we're playing only South Africa. If we play subpar, we can still beat them, right?
Mm, 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 mm,
You know what I mean? You can catch
mm.
these teams like that. So that's why for me, we should strive to win, dude. Even when we play indoor in our old age, when we are losing 15-7, my man, we are still going. You understand? We will go, we will push. The score will be 18-10, final score, but the point is we scored 10 goals.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? We didn't give up
yeah,
and say, we are losing. We didn't give up and say, these guys are better than us. They're ex pros or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We said, guys, let's have pride in ourselves. Let's respect ourselves. Let's respect the game. Let's respect, if it's Bafana, let's respect the jersey. You know what I mean? Hey, but yeah, hey, I'm gonna go on a tangent, my man.
yeah. But I wanted to ask, ne? So
Yeah.
this thing of I don't remember the last time I saw a non-Englishman coaching England.
Oh yeah, he's the third. Two
He's the
Chains is the
third,
third.
ne?
The last was the late Sven Goran Eriksson.
You see, that was a while ago,
Yeah, that was a while. That was Beckham era.
right? So it's like it doesn't happen often, right? And I know there's this thing of in general, which I think is a good thing for most nations. Oh, let's get a coach from here, type of thing if possible. You know, French get a French coach. But for example, America, they took Poch, but it kind of makes sense. America, they don't have that type of pedigree
Yeah,
of
they're not a football country like that.
yeah. So fair enough. But then like Brazil, keep it Brazilian.
Of course.
Argentine, keep it Argentinian. Spanish, keep it Spanish,
Spain,
whatever.
Spanish, German, keep it.
So yeah, keep it German. If Joachim Low could do another 12 years, they would keep him there. You know what I mean? Because there's this thing, which is great.
Mm.
Do you think that specific element, the fact that he's German and more ruthless, and I mean that clip of that training, a famous clip in training where he's shouting at the players, and
Mm. Mm.
he like you can see the the passion, you can see the anger when he's angry, you can see the
Mm.
excitement when he's excited. Do you
Mm.
think that type of, which I agree is needed, do you think that type of coaching style where almost that do or die mentality
Mm.
is needed for a country like England
Mm.
for to actually compete? And I say actually compete. Yes, they were in the final in the Euros that time, 2020, and then they lost to Italy, etc. That was their first final in a very long time. But the mentality of, like you're saying, ruthless, ruthless, ruthless. It doesn't matter who's in front of us. We just boom, boom. We just go for it. Do you think there's a role to play here
Yes.
because he's German, or simply just because, hey man, good coach, good track record, let's give him a shot. Also availability, but he's actually got
Mm.
he's got proven ability to manage a dressing room full of high egos, full of eyeballs on them, full of
I think
attention.
there's your operative word, egos, right?
Mm,
So look at when he um, took over from Frank Lampard half season. Frank Lampard was
Chelsea.
messing around there mid-table, Chelsea, right? He took those very same players and turned them into Champions League winning
Bro, literally, yeah,
players.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think in this case, it's inconvenience that he's German, but I think the way in which he can. I'll give you another example. If he replaced Ten Hag, let's say Ten Hag was sacked uh, preseason or whatever, and then they got this guy. I can tell you now, this guy would have got that Man United, those Man United players. He would have got them in tune with within these 6 months or this first half of the season, and those
Mm,
that wouldn't be in tune, he would have got rid of.
mm,
Similar to a Maresca now at Chelsea. What is he doing there? He's being ruthless. He was given a bunch of 40 players, and what is he doing? He's saying, "Nope, I want this. I want these guys. The rest, go talk to your agents." You know what I mean?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so I think it's that kind of reasoning that I think England. Because if you really look at it, I mean, look at all those egos in that English squad.
Mm,
All those boys
mm.
are they're egos. Bellingham, Grealish, um, Kane, Ollie Watkins, and
Folding.
before he went to Saudi, Ivan Tony, James Madison, although he's not in the fray now. But these are big egos. These guys are play for the biggest clubs in Europe, and they get paid high. They're big egos. Why? How could Southgate not get those talented players to win a tournament after 8 years? And then they and then England and then the England FA are like, you know what? This guy can do it in 18 months, never mind 8 years. Or we
Yeah,
trust that he can do it in 18 months. Because his
yeah,
track record is like that. It's a ruthless track record. And he falls out with people very easy. If he doesn't get his way, he's gone.
yes,
so,
it's
So I don't
true.
know if that maybe his winning mentality is the bar is so high within him that whenever he sees people messing around, he's like, what's going on here? No, I'm gonna
Yeah, you're not serious. Bye bye.
you know what I mean? But it remains to be seen. The World Cup is
Let's
in
see.
18 months. Spain is there, Argentina is there, Brazil, maybe, we don't know. Um,
Ish. That would be a
Germany,
disaster, by the way.
you know, Germany, African countries, my man. When are we going to make an impact in the World Cup instead of going there to fight for to fight for bonuses?
What do Ish, yeah, yeah. Uh, like by impact, like what do you mean by impact? Do you think Morocco what they did wasn't impactful?
But why is it only them,
Oh, and then
dude?
it should be it should
We
be
should have at least three countries in the knockout stages. At least
yeah,
three, if
yeah,
not.
true.
If not four. Look, how many countries qualify? Five, right? Well, the last time I
Five.
checked. If I'm wrong,
Yeah.
please don't cancel me. Um, and generally those five are what? Morocco, Egypt, Nigeria, Cameroon, Ghana, maybe South Africa on an odd leap year. But those, but those countries, when you look at the, the talent of their players and where their players play their club football and how experienced they are at that level, come on, man. You understand? So
Mm.
think of Ademola Lookman. He's playing Champions League. Victor Osimhen was playing Champions League. Um, we can go we can go into these countries and pinpoint their footballers. Morocco, Egypt.
Even that
Mo Salah has been scoring average of 35, 40 goals a season, right?
yeah.
Yes, he's playing with different players. I get it. The systems are different. I get it. Talent is talent. Winning mentality is winning mentality. Yes, you have to have chemistry with your teammates, but when you have superstars, it's easy. You know what I mean? Look at Argentina. It took a while for Argentina to get used to playing with Messi. At first, it was give everything to Messi, and then that was too
Yeah.
much. Now, like guys,
Yeah.
I do everything by
Yeah.
myself, right? And then later on, when his teammates started to click, or maybe they started to have more talented teammates. I don't know, Aguero's, Alvarez, and the less talented ones realize that hey, if we actually work as a team, not work for this guy, but work for each other as a team. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, they're able to win a World Cup. They're able to win a Copa America. Now, all
Back,
of a
yeah,
sudden,
back to back as well.
Argentina's back. Imagine if they did this while Lionel Messi was 25.
Yo, different.
How many World Cups
Different.
would they have won? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
good point.
so yeah, man. I just think we need to make a bigger impact. We've got enough talented Africans that play for these countries to make an impact in the World Cup. But instead, what are the headlines when we get to World Cups? Cameroon wants to boycott the game because the FA did not give them their bonuses. Like,
Or
guys,
or or Cameroonian goalkeeper
it's
leaves the
them.
tournament
Yeah,
when you've
yeah,
got
yeah,
Esperance there.
yeah.
Even what's it? ES Tunis. I mean, they can surprise you, and then all of a sudden now they're in the quarters, and you're like, hey, okay. So it's definitely realistic. For Widad, it will be big. It'll be very big for them, and it will definitely show Rulani in a different light.
Mm,
I think, which would be good, of course. Sundowns, I think we expect them to definitely, if not win it, we do expect them to get to the final because
right.
they are that good.
Yeah.
I would probably assume a final that people wouldn't be surprised at is Al Ahly and Sundowns. I don't think people will be shocked at that final.
Fair enough.
Uh, so yeah, that would be amazing. That would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Well,
Mm.
let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see if Rulani proves some people wrong, and I
Yeah,
guess some people right.
let's see. Let's see.
Fantasy League. No, no. Before we get to Fantasy League, just a score update. The Culling knockout started tonight. Um,
Mm.
Atazwani lost. Ish. First game. First game. Hey, and Amazulu, my man, their X is very sharp. That X, that Amazulu X is very sharp. So
Nice.
Amazulu was playing Stellenbosch, and they lost 2-1 after extra time.
Oh, tough game. Tough game,
Again,
clearly.
remember preseason we were talking about Stellenbosch and their physical fitness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They
Yes,
won
yes.
after extra time. You
Wow,
feel
full
me?
circle. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's the scoreline. And obviously there's other fixtures tomorrow. We'll definitely review those on Monday, on Retro Mondays. Um, we also have some fixtures for tomorrow. Let us do it this way.
Okay.
Right. English Premier League. These are the fixtures for the weekend. Game week 8.
Mm.
So, Fantasy League teams are being,
Structured.
yeah, hey, it's
Yeah.
it's that time.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
big
We
one
are back.
obviously
No, we're back.
being being on Sunday, Liverpool Chelsea, Palmer
Yeah,
versus Salah, if you can put it that way. Caicedo versus Gravenbach.
yeah, man. Mudrik versus
um,
Zoboslai.
but Mudrik is benching, my man. I don't know, something's wrong. I think Mudrik was a bit overrated for because the wingers that they brought in. I mean, even Pedro Neto is getting more game time than Mudrik.
Chief, but Neto's dope though. He's really good.
Really? Is he really that dope, or is he just a winger who just likes to run? I don't know.
Watch, Chief.
I've
Watch,
got the
watch.
theory. After this one. I've
But
got the
but,
theory.
re- re- but remember what I said when Soboslai joined Liverpool, and I was the only one that was excited. I said, guys, this guy's a player. This is a hey, this is a dangerous man on the pitch, Baba.
Yeah,
Dangerous man. And then people were like, yeah, we'll see Hungary, what, what. Look now, without that number 8 there, you don't know. You don't
yeah.
have.
He's definitely been a great guy. But I don't
Yeah.
know.
So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll
But
see.
okay, let's
What
let's
do you
go
think
to
the
the
score? Let's start with the big game then. What do you think the scoreline is going to be there? How's it going to go? I mean, many are saying this is the test for slot ball. Many are saying it's the test for Chelsea as well because it's yeah they're right at their peak right now. Chelsea took a little longer, but they're there right now. So it's going to be a nice clash of the Titans. What do you think?
Yeah. If you asked me last season, I was gonna say Liverpool's gonna win.
Wow.
Now, especially after Cole Palmer scored 4 goals in one half.
Hmm.
Hey, my man, I think that guy's confidence is. I think it's here, Chief.
You don't think he just needs a number six that can just step on him and just like nobody. When you look at yes, he's very drifty. He drifts a lot.
Yeah.
Nobody really puts especially these number sixes. They never put hey, I'm here. You're not gonna try and be a
Not
second.
yeah. You're not gonna pass around it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
almost has like autonomous freedom, even with the opponents. They allow him to do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I think, and also they're playing at Anfield, but I think, yeah, the Chelsea guys, of course, I think it's much more of a test for the Chelsea dressing room, whereas Liverpool, it's a test for slot.
Mm.
So I think Liverpool, I think I want this to be a draw.
Why?
That,
Oh,
like
kind of
that's
reminds
what
you have you're already calculating, my man. It's only 8 games in. Why are you calculating 8 games in? Yes, you're two
I
points
want.
ahead of you, but I mean, like, wow, bro.
No, but I want it to be a draw because also depending on the type of game that is played, which will be fast,
Mm.
I'm sure of it.
Mm.
It's like there will be goals in this game. I find it hard to believe it's going to be like a 0-0 or a 1-1.
No
I
doubt.
think it'll be I think it'll be a if it's a draw, let's say it'll be like a three, like a honestly like a 2-2, a 3-3, like a high scoring game.
Mm.
Um, if Chelsea want it bad enough, they're gonna win. But my gut is saying that Liverpool's gonna edge it, but it's gonna be like a 3-2, 4-3 kind of game where it's gonna be that close, but it's not gonna be a 1-0 type of thing. Because those Chelsea guys, they're young, they want to impress. I mean, if Madueke comes on or if he starts, he's just gonna run down that side. Cole is gonna, Palmer's gonna run down that side. Caicedo wants to prove a point.
Mm.
Nicholas Jackson wants to prove a point because everybody looks at him like,
Mm.
So, and to prove it at Anfield is a big statement. But in that same conversation, Slot doesn't want to wake up Monday with a nice tabloid. Does he slot into the team? You know what I'm saying? So
Ish.
I think
Yeah, the English media with their play on words on their news
Chief,
headlines. Yeah, they're on some other tip.
mm, does he slot in? Question mark. Chief. Hey.
I mean,
So
for me, it's an open and shut case. Honestly, I think Chelsea are gonna put up a good fight, but it's gonna be a win for Liverpool.
okay.
I think Liverpool are more stable than Chelsea are. Chelsea, they still defensively you are not sure, right?
Yeah. Good point.
Liverpool, you've already seen the difference defensively. That okay, the defense is a lot more disciplined. Yes, they've conceded one or two goals, but that's one or two goals. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah. So I think Liverpool. Yes, it will be a. I think it will be a high, maybe 3-2.
Yeah, man. I'm thinking it'll be a high scoring game, man.
Yeah, high,
I'll
high.
be shocked, man. I'll be
Yeah,
shocked if it's not.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're both saying Liverpool win.
Yes,
Okay.
open and shut case.
All right.
Then we've got Wolves Man City, open and shut case for me.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing a 3-1 here.
Yeah, some fantasy league owners already captained Haaland, so yeah, don't mess around. Last time you all got a blank.
Hey, Svene, I was so vague. Yo, I was angry. Oh, hey, yeah.
Last time you all got a blank.
Hey,
Um,
bro. 4 points.
Forest Palace. Yeah, that one. I'd fancy Forest there. Palace.
Yeah, I won't lie, ne. Paris right now, this weird transition period is yeah, man. I think that Olise sale, man. You can tell there's that Olise, Mateta, and Eze trio was
No longer there. But they
they
also
were
lost
they,
Joachim Anderson as well at
yeah,
centre back.
yeah, the
That was
defender. Yeah,
yeah.
so I think they're going through a bit of a patch, but yeah, I think Crystal Palace at home, man. I think Gibbs White and those guys are gonna adjust. And what's his name? That striker, Chris Wood. Um,
The New Zealander.
yeah, New Zealand. I think. Yeah, I think they're gonna win pretty well. And I like watching like Nottingham Forest home games, man. It looks
Hey,
like they're alive, man. Yeah, it's nice.
hey,
It's quite nice.
I'm sure the live games there, especially these small stadiums that are close to the pitch, the
Yeah,
noise is
I'm sure it's woo. Yeah,
it's
it's nice.
electrified.
So I
Okay.
think Forest. I think Forest. I'm seeing a 2-1, even a 2-0.
Yeah. I'd say 2-1 Forest.
Mm.
Right. Let's do the quick hits on the Saturday fixtures. Spursy West Ham
I'm seeing a Spursy.
score.
3-1 Spurs.
Wow. All right. I'd say a 2-2 draw. Spurs. Uh, Ange Ball is gone, Baba. The Ange Ball is gone. Me, I'm telling you. There's no vacancy. So I'd say, yeah, 2-0.
Okay.
Fulham Villa.
Ish, yeah. Hey, me, I'm seeing. On low key, I'm seeing another high scoring game. But I think Aston is gonna. I think they're gonna edge it. I think they're gonna edge
Aston
it.
Villa.
Yeah,
What?
I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna edge it 2-1, bro.
2-1.
Mm.
Oh, kind of they've got that Andres Sibula effect with John Duran, super sub.
Uh, Chief, he's just gonna come in there, run on the left, 1-2 goals, and then it's done. The game is done.
For me, that's a tough one for me. Fulham, hey man, there's something about Fulham. They're not as weak as they used to be, right? They can
True,
compete. So
true.
I'd say a 2-2 draw as well there.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Ipswich Everton.
Ipswich, Baba.
Wow, that was quick.
Ipswich, Baba.
Okay, okay, Ed
Yeah,
Sheeran.
yeah, yeah. Ipswich, yeah.
Okay, Ed Sheeran, we see you.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I'd say Everton. I think Everton will take it 2-1. They need the points. It's Sean Dyche.
Ipswich needs the points.
Okay, so yeah, it might be a very interesting game.
It's good.
United
I know
Brentford.
Everton is fine. Um,
United
yeah, no, man. Huh?
United Brentford.
Yeah, nah. Hey, yeah. Hey, man, Brentford can make you cry. Yo, hey, they can make you cry and go. You can make yes, man.
I'm surprised you're
Um,
actually thinking about it. So while you think about it, let me give you my take. Brentford wins 3-1
listen,
at Old
I,
Trafford.
I'm trying to give United a chance here,
Buemo's gonna
but
brace it up. He's gonna hit a brace,
Ash,
and fantasy league managers are gonna be happy about that.
And Mbeumo's in my team, man. Hey, yeah, hey,
Yeah,
hey, wow, that guy can play, bro. That guy can play.
yeah, yeah.
Funny enough, myself and Mbeumo were the same age. Isn't that crazy?
Wow,
We're the same age,
wow.
but bro,
That
but
is wild. That guy does. That guy looks like he's somebody's grandfather, if not father. What do you mean?
it's facts, bro.
Yeah, that is wild.
Hey, bro. Hey, yeah.
And that Cameroonian striker, kind of what's his name? Is it Abu Bakr?
Uh,
That one where during the AFCON, people were, I think the commentators or whatever, they said his age was like 21, and social media went wild. Like, there's no way this guy's 21, guys. There's no way.
there's
That looks
no
like
way.
somebody's
Hey, yeah.
brother.
No. No. Me, I'm saying Brentford win without a doubt. I think it's gonna be a walk off. I'm gonna say 4-1.
Wow. Yeah, no, I go with
I think,
yeah,
man. Also,
United. Yeah.
but that Wisa and Mbuemo combo, man, and then you've got
But Visa's gone now because these guys are getting Achilles injuries left, right, and center.
yeah. See,
ACLs are
I
popular.
forgot
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Well, I mean, still, I mean, Mbuemo will do his job, and then I mean the guys in the middle, like
yeah, they're very
what's
tough not to crack that team.
yeah, man, they're very tough, man. Those Scandinavians in the middle, shit. No, it's gonna be a nice one. That Danish guy, yeah, I know.
Those
I still
Scandinavians,
think
my man, those Scandinavians, their history is the harsh snow. They come from harshness. They understand, Baba. They go, Baba. They fight.
they come from
Oceans,
Ash.
Baba. Yeah, they come from harshness. Those guys. Anyway,
Yeah, no.
before I get cancelled, Newcastle Brighton, Newcastle Brighton.
Okay, that's a good game. That's a very good game.
That's a very good game. I think
That's
that's
a
a fight
very good game. Yeah, that's a good game, man.
because Brighton
Um,
has a clean sheet, but they can
mm,
also score. Newcastle, they can't seem to be keeping a clean sheet. So yeah, I'd say, but I'd still say, ooh, I'm gonna go wild. 4-3 Newcastle.
ooh, that's not far fetched to be fair. Especially Newcastle home. For some reason, Harvey Barnes just likes to score.
Ish.
Uh,
I wish I had
he
him in my
just
team.
him and Gordon occasionally will
Yeah.
just tap one in. So okay, I'm gonna say a draw. I'm gonna say 3-3 draw. Yeah.
Hmm.
3-3 draw.
Southampton Leicester.
Leicester, Baba.
Yeah, I
Goals,
agree.
Baba.
I think Southampton are weak. Yeah, nah. I've watched them a few times. Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, it's not a Chief. I say Leicester 2-0 even. Nice game.
Yeah, no, Vadi must score a hat trick here. This is his chance
Mm,
so that he can give me points.
mm.
I've got him and James Justin in my team.
Nice. Oh, okay. So you're gonna get either or.
Yeah. Bournemouth Gooners.
Okay, so listen, before you start, I have something to say.
Okay.
Arsenal, we're gonna say, they're gonna win, they're gonna win.
Yeah.
Saka and what.
Yeah.
Even though Martinelli, Odegaard, and the other guy are not, then they're not great.
Yeah.
At this moment, injuries and stuff. But something about Bournemouth at home, and
Yeah.
that guy called Semenyo.
Eish. You see,
I
another
don't
African.
know.
You
I
see?
don't know what is in the air there in Bournemouth, Chief. I don't know whether it's the cold or the weather. I don't know. It's just that Bournemouth. But
Yeah, no,
hey,
it's going
hey,
down.
Chief,
Another tough nut to crack, that team. Bournemouth.
that team and especially at home, because
Yeah.
that the home games is just so hard, man. So I think, hey, man, a part of I want to say a draw, just
Mm.
because, and my reasoning is because Arsenal's gonna do what Arsenal does. They're gonna play the game quick. Saka's gonna do his thing,
Mm.
and it's gonna be it's gonna be hard for them. Havertz is gonna.
Mm.
So I think, yeah, but something about Bournemouth, man, at home, man. Unless it's a tactical masterclass on Arteta's side, and then Arsenal just know how to shut them down. Nothing happens. They score 2, 3 goals, and everyone goes home happy. Something tells me it's going to be a draw, bro.
I say
Like
Bournemouth 1-0.
ah,
Yep. Bournemouth 1-0. Yeah, seal
nice,
it.
nice, my man. Yeah, ne, yeah, no. Mm-mm. I know. I no comment. No
No
comment.
comment.
I don't know.
Hey, man,
I don't know, Chief.
yeah, no, yeah. Look, at some point, this bubble will burst, in my view.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I think it will burst, in my view, but not burst in the sense that they won't continue winning other games, but burst as in they're on a high. It they're gonna get a
Oh,
yeah, they're
they
gonna get a
they have
thorn.
to.
Yeah, they're gonna get a thorn, and it's gonna be an unexpected thorn, right? Um, like last season, it was it was Aston Villa and Southampton. They lost to Villa. They drew 3-3 with Southampton, a game they should have won. So you know what I mean. So Bournemouth, these types of games, I don't know. Yes, they might have beat Aston Villa earlier on, but Aston Villa is not the only tough team in that league. You know,
Of course,
they
of
still
course. Good point.
got to see Newcastle. They still got to see um,
Brighton, bro.
Everton. Um,
Brighton, bro.
you
Brighton
know,
is
they also yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. They still got to see Liverpool.
yeah, yeah.
But
Okay, so yeah, but hey, man, Semenyo, please,
let's see.
please,
Let's see.
Mm.
Let's see, my brother. Let's see the Semenyo guy. So fantasy league. What do we got? What do we got? Uh, so obviously the log is still the same from last week. Just a reminder to everyone what the log looks like. Um, so tomorrow 12 o'clock, our um, teams must be locked in, and it's gonna go down. Who's in your
Yeah, it's
team?
good.
Who's in your team, Chief? Hmm?
Chief, my team is still the same. I haven't. I've taken my time to think. You know.
This is my team.
Yeah, I know it's your team. I'm saying me. I'm still taking the time to think about. I like to actually make the transfers. I haven't made them yet, but we'll see them. We'll see it.
Yeah. So I'm hoping Leicester do me a solid. I'm hoping Tottenham do me a solid. Tottenham actually have some nice fixtures after West Ham. I would not
Can
normally
I?
pick a guy like Solanke because I think he's
I was
overrated.
I was about to ask you why is he in the front
Bro,
there?
bro, he's overrated, but he's got some really cool fixtures after West Ham.
So you think
You
he's
know,
gonna score because of the fixtures?
because he's the last line of attack. He's,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
chief.
mean. You know
Yeah,
what I mean.
chief. So tap-ins is what you're saying. You're saying tap-ins.
Yes, those type of things, tap-ins, headers from
Okay.
corners. You know, the
Okay.
usual
Okay.
English
Fair enough.
striker stuff.
Fair enough.
You know, so yeah, I've gone against my football knowledge and preference there. Um, and only because I wanted to add in Palmer. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I got rid of Salah because I think Jota is closer to the goal than Salah is. Um, and obviously, Mbuemo, McNeil on great form. Um, and then, yeah, my defense, Pedro Porro attacking, just James Justin attacking, Lewis attacking. Pickford hopefully gets me a clean sheet. It's against Ipswich.
Ah, shame. Ipswich, Baba. You gonna see?
Yeah, so that's the team I'm back, and that's the team I'm going to stay with for quite a while.
Okay.
Obviously, barring major injuries from some of my first 11. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've made huge sacrifices. I've lost points. So the next 4 or 5 game weeks, I should have no transfers and keep winning.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
Let's
Let's
see.
see, brother.
Yeah, yeah, man. But otherwise, I think. Wait, I don't know. Tomorrow. So I actually. What's your take, right? The TS Galaxy coach spoke about betting companies and alcohol companies and how it's against his religion, etc. And I remember in the Premier League there was a few Muslim footballers that also had a thing against these betting companies, etc., etc. What's your what's your take on this stuff, like alcohol brands and betting brands and maybe cigarette brands that are not good for your well-being, but they sponsor the biggest sporting events or football events around?
Ish, it's a it's a tough one, man.
Mm,
Because when you look at football holistically, it's a business. It's a big business,
right.
and unfortunately, for the most part, business and beliefs and morals and stuff, they don't sleep together, right? For lack of a better term.
Right.
So I think, yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense because to be a footballer in football and any sporting code, you shouldn't be advertising something that would otherwise hinder your physical ability or make you sick or
Mm,
be quote unquote bad for your health, right?
mm,
Um, I don't think that's a smart way to do anything.
mm.
So yeah, I don't know, man. But at the same time, So let me say this. I disagree
Right.
with the fact that alcohol, cigarettes, um, uh, all things that from a sporting perspective are just purely unhealthy for for sport.
Yeah.
But because of most cases it's television, like you don't have a say, right? If Heineken pays the most money, they're gonna get the ad. If
Right.
Jack Daniels pays the most money, they're gonna get the ad. If whatever
Right.
cigarettes, I don't even know cigarette brands, whatever these, all these ones, they're gonna, if they, I guess, they will get their airtime.
Yeah.
Um, and also it depends on, sometimes depending on the brand, a player will be associated with the brand like Lay's and Messi and stuff like that. So yeah, man, it's a hard one. I think it's also just that if you're playing in a country where these things are okay
Yeah.
and they're normal and and alcohol is fine and it's legal and all that jazz, then I guess if you come from a place or you have a belief against it, you don't really have much of a say because you don't hold the power. But
Mm.
I would be, of course, even more shocked if it's Saudi Arabia, Saudi Pro League, and then there's an alcohol ad, and it's like, oh, like what's going on? You
Right.
know, in the West, anything goes, chief. So it's like,
It's
again, it doesn't make sense from sporting perspective. It literally makes no sense. It's like you're watching Wimbledon, and then someone takes a smoke break, and then they smoke a cigarette. It's like, hey, my man.
yeah. Yeah. Fair
So,
enough.
my man, you're a high performance athlete. Like, come on,
Right.
uh, if you smoke in your private life, but in the sporting code and showing respect to high performance athletes and people who dedicate their lives and health and keeping their body at the best shape, yeah, it doesn't make sense to put Budweiser here. But big
Mm.
Budweiser on the screen doing this, they going around like this,
Nah.
but
Yeah.
then at the same time, for example, if you look at Muslim like plays, right? So like interest is haram, for example. So like
Mm.
riba, right? So then you can't have a bank then,
Mm.
right? A bank that or like a a loan, a company that you can get loans from, like they can't sponsor. Then that's also a problem, right?
Yeah.
So it's part of that system, the institution of like, okay, what is right, what is wrong, based on my systems. But you are earning a living, you're playing in a system where that is normal or that is allowed or whatever term you want to use, but that is okay
Mm.
there.
Mm.
So it's difficult to make those type of decisions and being like, oh, no, we shouldn't do that, and then they're gonna be like, okay, no, FA, okay, fine, guys, no more alcohol. It's like, chief,
Yeah.
it
Okay.
doesn't work. So it's a touchy subject, but
Mm.
I think if you're in a place where these things are encouraged, in the sense that they're allowed to be advertised and it's public and stuff, you need to know where you are basically.
Right.
If it's pushed in a place where that particular location it's not encouraged or it's not uh, uh, socially accepted,
Mm.
then that's a problem. Then you can be like, guys, but this is not socially accepted here. Why is this being advertised? Then that makes
Mm.
sense. But if you're playing in England, you're playing in Europe, you're playing in a place, period, here in South Africa, where alcohol is legal and it's normal, then hey man, if there's a young beer ad, hey man, you're playing in a place where people drink beer. Dog. Simple.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's
Mm.
cool. So while we are quenching our culling black label thirst, quick hits: Pirates versus Magesi,
Pirates.
Polokwane versus Marumo Gallants,
Uruguay.
Sundowns versus Golden Arrows,
Sundowns.
Cape Town City versus Royal AM,
Ish. Cape Town City.
Supersport Kaiser Chiefs,
Makus.
Okay. Galaxy Chippa United.
Hmm. Galaxy.
And then Richards Bay is Kukune.
Skukune!
We shall see how right you've been with your predictions, my good sir.
Man, let's just throw it out there. Let's see, man. Why not?
That's it. Yeah, yeah.
Why not, man?
Cool. It's cool. So yeah, man, it's been another nice conversation.
As always.
Barring the two water breaks.
It's
Hopefully
hot, man. It's hot outside. It's hot outside.
we get in there. We get in there. I think the more we continue with these virtual Fridays and virtual Mondays, we get the hang of things and how to
Mhm.
work the technical stuff. But this is cool. I'm loving this. And obviously, when the gents are available, they'll join, and we will have a few virtual guests. Yeah, we've got a few guys
Where we do.
um, lined up. So yeah, this is cool. Um, Fantasy League, join Saudi Fantasy League, Champions League next week. Virtual Mondays, Monday 9 o'clock. 25th October, Conversation Lounge. We are coming, Baba. Hey, we are coming. The league is back. Football is back.
It never left, guys. Come on.
It
Hey,
never left.
it
It
never
never
left.
left.
How?
Hey,
But
man.
hey, but I get it, man. But thanks, man. Hey, guys, let's we pushing like we promised, like we said, more new stuff is coming. This is just the beginning. It's gonna be really fun, and yeah, man. I'll see you. We'll see you guys on Monday after
On
after
Monday.
game week 8, and
After game 8 and people have cried.
yeah,
Um,
tears, drinks have been spilled, relationships have ended,
yo, yo, yo.
relations relationships have started. Like, hey,
Babies have been burnt and thrown
ah,
away.
chief, the braai was the meat was burnt.
Hey,
Whatever.
yeah, 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 yeah. It's gotta
After
go down.
after the drama, we'll be right back to discuss what happens game week 8, as well as any other news that probably is going to happen. Football
Yeah,
doesn't end, so it'll be interesting.
yeah. Oh, good. Check you later. Monday, 9 o'clock. It's a football date.
Football date, 9 p.m.
Yes,
sharp.
sir. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you
Peace.
guys.